News app. Listen to Big 107.7 Delmarva's classic rock station.
Halloween weekend is all wrapped up, but if you didn't get to see Witch, here's a little sneak peek at what maybe you missed, and I'm glad to see some of this. I couldn't be at Sea Witch.
I know, people were asking about you.
Really?
They wanted to know where Paige Marley was.
I had a few things to do out of town. One of those included voting.
Civic duty and all that.
Got my voting in. Just a few other things I had to handle, but yes, I missed Sea Witch, but it looks like you guys had a good time.
It was a gorgeous day.
Yeah, it was.
You really, it was the perfect parade.
Good. Well, we're going to get into that a little bit more. We have a little just kind of recap we're going to show you in a second. But first, welcome to Coast Life. We're your hosts. I'm Paige Marley.
I'm Leah Rizzo, and hope you had a wonderful weekend. It seems like everybody really just had, again, the perfect Halloween weekend, because it's kind of Halloween observed was this weekend, even though we still have Thursday is the official night of trick or treat and trunk or treats and all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, it looks like we're celebrating today. Look at our orange and black.
Yeah, we did. We got the memo.
And we didn't even plan it.
We never do.
We never do. It's oddly works out most of the time.
It does often work out.
Very strange. Although I did tell you, someone told me I looked like a pumpkin. And I needed to know, is that a compliment? Is it not a compliment?
I think a lot of times, because it was from a gentleman.
Yes.
I think a lot of times women compliment. We overshare. We're like, you look like a celebrity, stunning, amazing, blah, blah, blah. Men make observations.
That's a very good point.
It's not necessarily a compliment. It is simply an observation. Your shoes are yellow.
I've gotten that before. You're wearing pink. It's like, why, yes.
Like, you're very pink today.
You look like a pumpkin. And then it's like, do you say thank you, or do you say oh, why I oughta?
And I think we're used to saying thank you because we're used to being hyped up when it's other women that we're like, yeah, we're feeling it, we're looking amazing. Yeah. You step out feeling great, and then somebody says you look like a pumpkin, and you're like,
Thank you. Thank you. Is it because I'm orange, or is it because you think I'm round and textured and bumpy? And
in my years I've learned, I think it's generally just, it is an observation, and it is color based.
Yes, most of the time. You look like a witch. Do you say thank you?
Right. Better than traffic cone, because you could have gotten that for the bright orange too.
I could have. what was the Scooby-Doo reference someone made earlier? Velma. Those are all good ones.
Yeah.
Pumpkin's could go either way. So if you see a woman wearing orange, maybe just say you look great.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know?
Yeah, you look like you're in the spirit of Halloween. Yeah. No pumpkin references.
But one thing we kind of want to dive into, if you've got some younger coworkers entering the workspace, your Gen Z, your Gen Alpha kids, and I don't know, maybe because as Gen Alpha gets ready to enter the workspace too, I'm not sure if they feel the same way about this. I do think that I also feel the same way about this. A lot of Gen Z, they're saying, don't want to take on manager roles in the workplace.
Very interesting. I wonder why. I'm trying to think of myself, and there's certain things I would take management positions on. There's certain things I wouldn't like to. I do think I like to work in more of a team aspect, so I never want to be the one calling the shots. And I think it takes a special kind of personality to be in a management position and feel like you know what is best for the rest of the group.
I think there's very few people that truly desire that their goals are to be management. And it's because they have worked, honed, and know their leadership skills, and they know they're right for the job. I am not one of those people. I think a lot of people end up in management because they've been there the longest, they know the ropes, but it's not necessarily a leadership role that they've long desired, and it's just kind of where you end up. And that's one of my biggest fears, that I'm I don't want to just end up in management.
Exactly. I mean, look at for us, we can talk, someone who manages a TV station, they're not normally on TV. So you kind of have to give up what you fell in love with to do something like that. I know,
that's true.
I know a chief of a police station, they aren't running calls as much. They're doing more of the paperwork and the media relations and overseeing, and they might miss being, a street cop. So you kind of do, in some situations, have to give up why you joined the career in the first place.
It's true, yeah. If the reason you fell in love with a certain career is the job itself, then maybe management isn't the long-term goal or desire, because it does force you to take that step back. So I'm I also just, I don't like the responsibility.
No, I know what you mean.
I like to suggest from behind the scenes.
I like a team aspect. And there are people who like to call the shots and they're good at that kind of stuff. I'm not there yet. Maybe one day I'll change my mind.
I grew up in a very consensus-based space, you know? I'm like, I like us to talk it out. Let's come to this conclusion together, make sure it's something that everybody is agreeing on going forward, and we'll put it into action.
Yeah. And I don't think I'd be bad at it. I just don't really want to. Again, right now in my life, like when I only use the police reference because, you know, when my husband was a cop, like people would always say to him too, like, aren't you trying to move up and become you know, this and then a that, and then you could be a chief one day, and he's like, that's not, you know, I don't think you get it. Yeah, it's not like anything as, I don't want to say exciting. I'm sure it is exciting, but you know what I mean? He's not going to be doing what he loves.
And you get the bigger paycheck, and you know, there's balances and all of that. So, you know, one sacrifice here is maybe a better opportunity to provide for your family there. I get it. And it's not a decision that a lot of people make lightly, but I can see why Gen Z, and especially because right now, they're all in their 20s. I mean, that's a rough time to consider management when you're in your 20s. You're like, maybe that's not for me.
Yeah, exactly. I do think Gen Alpha might be better, I shouldn't say better managers, but they might be more willing to be managers because they do have a little bit more of that really just like assertiveness. Gen Z is a free thinker. I'm trying to describe the difference. I'm not doing well at it.
I mean, I also think too that so much of that cycles of like your 20s look very similar across generations. I feel like boomers, when they were 20s, I'm sure the generation before them were like kids these days. I know they were.
Of course.
If you listen to Bye Bye Birdie, there's a whole song about kids these days, and it applies to today, and it will apply to tomorrow.
Exactly. I think it changes as you get older. Your priorities are different, but we'll see what happens. Call us in 10 years, see where we are.
Well, it was Halloween weekend. Maybe you attended some parties, you maybe got a little crazy, and maybe you had a little flashback moment to the last time you had a certain drink. You have those? You have drinks you avoid?
Drinks and just food in general, you know, like anything like that, for sure.
I think for a lot of us, whatever your drink was in college, it stayed there.
Yeah.
It did not graduate college with you. It did not get its cap and gown. Whatever your drink of choice was in college, that's where we left it.
Yes, I agree.
But they say that if you recall a drinking experience before you have a drink, you are less likely to drink it, or you will drink it slower than if you do not recall those certain memories.
So basically, remember your embarrassing moments, and it'll prevent you from getting too drunk.
Yes, and they said that this was more effective for women than in men.
Okay.
So it could be calorie related. I don't think so. I think maybe it's just that our embarrassing moments really stick with us.
Well, I think too, men, and when it comes to drinking, and you know, think of like a tailgate, for example, or something like that. Men tend to, if they are doing a funny dance or being sloppy or whatever, it's laughed at.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is all the time, but I think sometimes if a girl does, all of a sudden she's sloppy and she's a mess and she needs to go home.
Right.
I'm not saying, you know, obviously there comes to a point when anyone's throwing up, you should go home. But I'm talking about before that. And I think too, you know, like I know more women who get what's called anxiety, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically you wake up the next day, no matter how drunk you were or what you did, you get anxious. I know a lot more women who get that than men. And I think because men can laugh it off and they're like, oh, I was so drunk, I was dancing so much. Women are more like, oh no,
who did I call? How was it
so
embarrassing? My public image,
Exactly. So maybe that's why.
I just get
I don't know.
Ill.
Yeah.
There's no rallying for the next day for me. I'm down and out when I've had too much. And I remember like my last night of hardcore, like I had a little too much, and I was like, never again.
That'll do it.
I've had my moment.
I'm like that with even Chick-fil-A chicken tenders. I can't even eat anymore because when I was 12, I threw them up. And just since then, I can't do it. So anything that makes me feel like any sort of weird memory, I won't touch.
Yeah. So I know I have learned my limits.
There you go.
In these years.
in my many years. Exactly.
And so, you know, maybe have that moment. Maybe before you read through the menu, think back, and then you're like, do I? And see how it affects your night.
Yeah, there you go. And also just be nice, have fun, and don't worry about anything too, you know? And just be gracious.
Be responsible.
If you see someone who had a little too much, just be nice.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Good. And we'll go into that with next Halloween.
That's right.
I will remember that for coming up.
Carry that with you. But hopefully you're carrying COASTLIFE with you today. We're going to see what's coming up on the show. We told you we had tons of fun at the Sea Witch Festival this weekend. We're going to take a little look back at how it all went.
That's right. And we've painted pumpkins before, but that was just kind of a freehand. We have an artiste coming in to show us how she would really professionally paint pumpkins.
And we love some bad dad jokes. We got those coming your way with our joke jar as well. All that fun and more is coming up on COASTLIFE.
COASTLIFE is sponsored by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group.
The real estate industry was broken, but change is here and the Parker Group is leading the charge.
We're proud to introduce our groundbreaking 3.5% listing fee. Sell with us and you could save thousands of dollars.
Our cutting-edge technology delivers significant savings that we pass on to you. Our world-class marketing and dedicated team provide the human touch and unparalleled expertise that you deserve.
As passionate advocates for a more transparent and equitable selling experience, we're not afraid to challenge the status quo.
Welcome to a new era of real estate with the Parker Group.
Here at the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, such as myself in countertops, to not only ensure you get the best product to fit your needs, but that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
When I came into the Delmarva Design Center and see that big collection of slabs, that makes really the decision seamless.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Before I had my hearing loss treated at Mass Audiology, I had a hard time trying to participate in daily activities. Now I can hear.
If you're having trouble hearing, you should schedule a diagnostic hearing evaluation with an audiologist. If a hearing aid is necessary, the audiologist should prescribe a hearing aid and verify it using real ear measurements to ensure that it fits your needs. Call Mass Audiology and ask how Signia hearing aids can treat your hearing loss. To learn more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Draper Media, an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to provide broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should email humanresources@wboc.com.
Did you know there's more than one way to sell your home? If you can wait and want top dollar, use a real estate agent. But if you have tight deadlines, need fast cash, or just want to walk away, you might consider a professional home buyer. In less than 30 days, without making any repairs, waiting on buyer financing, or endless negotiations, your home could be sold. Delmarva Dave is here to help. For more information about Delmarva Dave, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Well, you know that we had so much fun at the Sea Witch Festival, especially in the parade on Saturday. Unfortunately, one Paige Marley wasn't able to make it out, but that's okay. We're going to share the fun with her, and maybe you weren't able to make it out to Sea Witch as well. So let's take a trip down memory lane and see all the fun that was had in Rehoboth Beach this weekend.
COASTLIFE, it is one of our favorite times of year. It is time for the Sea Witch Parade! Woo-hoo! Now, Spencer, this is your first Sea Witch Parade, is it not?
Yes, I'm so excited. I mean, just look at what we can do with the off season here on the beach.
There is no off season down at the beach anymore, but this is sort of the perfect end cap to a wonderful summer season. We love to kind of see all of our visitors off and just have tons of fun with it. As you can see, we're quite prepared with lots of candy.
And this isn't even what we loaded in the wagon.
This is the extras. So we've got buckets full of candy to pass out to eager kids and their parents, of course. Somebody's got to take that candy tax. And it's just going to be tons of fun. So let's see how Sea Witch goes.
All right, let's take a walk.
Let's get physical! We're going as the Fatty McDrunkster Penguins. These are my best friends who I met all professionally, and these are all my best girlfriends. So we are going to waddle our way into Halloween. All right, spin.
That's great. So cute.
Right here for you.
Give me something good to eat.
Say, Savannah, this is my pizza. Thank you. Does anyone want some candy? Here you go. Yeah. Oh gosh, I gotta keep up. Hey, trick or treat. You say trick or treat, or you say I want candy.
I want candy.
I want candy. Hey, 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 there we go. Oh, I think I have a little chocolate. What did you get for Halloween?
I got an airhead. I got a Tootsie Roll.
I got a leaf.
What an awesome weekend.
Look, so I have FOMO.
You should.
I know.
Honestly.
No, I know.
Normally, I'm not a big believer in FOMO. I feel like, you live the life you live and it's great.
But here I am.
But I think you should have a little bit of FOMO on this one.
I do. Next
it
year will be my year.
It was perfect. If there's one weekend that I could kind of live over and over again, this would be a really good one for that. The crowd was great, the costumes amazing, the weather perfect.
Oh, lovely mix.
Great vibes in Rehoboth Beach this weekend.
Good. And I mean, the costumes are always so creative. What did you see? Do any really stick out to you?
So a lot of really creative mermaid costumes with a lot of great makeup and shells and stuff. Saw some matching clown jester vibes while I was out there, but it's hard to pick a favorite because everybody's so good.
It is hard to pick, especially the little kids.
They're so cute.
They're so sweet.
So cute. A lot of good Paw Patrol.
Good.
I like the classics too. A lot of superheroes that never go out of style.
Okay, always good. Always good. A lot of Harry Potter, I'm sure.
Yep.
Nice.
Saw quite a bit of Harry Potter.
Good.
So it was just a really fun weekend.
Good. Glad we got to recap it together.
That's right. But coming up, there's another event that's going to be really fun.
Yes, it's not so Halloween. Think more fall. Think more helping our wetlands and our bays.
Love that.
You're going to want to hear about that one. That's coming up next.
Be careful when getting quotes for a new roof. There may be important things left out. Always ask, are they properly licensed and insured? Are they installing the proper amount of ice and water shield? Are they removing and replacing your siding to install new flashing? Are they checking the attic and soffit for ventilation? Are they protecting your home during installation? When you choose Spicer Brothers, you can have peace of mind that your new roof and all the details will be professionally installed for a lifetime.
To learn more, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Coastal Comfort knows you can't always plan when you'll need us. That's why Coastal Comfort technicians are dedicated experts. Early mornings to late nights, cold or hot weather, day in and day out, delivering quality service when you need them. Reliable, trustworthy, always here for you. Experience the Coastal Comfort difference. Call us or visit coastalcomfort.com to schedule your appointment today. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Don't miss the 8th Annual Delaware Resorts 55 Plus Expo, Saturday, November 2nd from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Cape Henlopen High School. Admission is free. Explore the area's most successful health and wellness companies, realtors, retirement communities, physical therapy firms, senior services, financial services, home products and services, all designed for the 55 Plus community. Stop by for free flu shots and free health screenings provided by BB Healthcare. Some exhibitors offer expo specials and door prizes. There's something for everyone and all ages are welcome. The Delaware Resorts 55 Plus Expo. Don't miss it.
Step into something new at Vernon Powell. Jumpstart your fall routine with Brooks and Hoka. Vernon Powell has Delmarva's largest selection of Hoka, including Hoka Kids. Power through work with Dansko and Bionic. Wall-to-wall work boots and Carhartt apparel. Outfit your whole family for fall in fuzzy Uggs, comfy Hey Dude, or Birkenstocks with socks. Sparkling layered looks from E. Newton and Kendra Scott. Plus new apparel from brands like Patagonia, Pure Lore, North Face, and UGG at Vernon Powell in Salisbury and Rehoboth Beach.
Signs of poor eyesight aren't always clear to us. At Wink Vision Center, we provide the best possible standard of care to discover the signs and improve your vision. Our eye exams are fast, easy, and comfortable to ensure you and your family can see clearly as soon as possible. Shop the finest selection of designer frames from Tiffany to Vera Wang, Maui Jim, and Urkers. Need an appointment? We can get you in as soon as the next day. The choice is clear. Wink Vision, Ocean City and Cambridge.
Life is full of little moments. Joyous laughter. Playful dancing. Bright smiles. Never miss a moment. Built for brighter days. Shell Brothers Homes.
Well, today we've been talking a lot about Halloween celebrations, but there's even more celebrations coming our way that we got to get you ready for. So to tell you about a grateful celebration, we have Mark Carter with the Center for the Inland Bays, a Delaware Center for the Inland Bays, of course. Thanks for being here, Mark.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, happy to have you. So if someone's maybe not familiar with the Center for the Inland Bays, if you don't mind just real quick, giving us kind of an update of what you guys do, what your mission is.
Gotcha. So the Center for the Inland Bays is a national estuary program. So there's actually 28 of them around the country, and we're the one that works on the 3 inland bays. So think of Little Assawoman, Indian River, and Rehoboth Bays. So that's our area and their watershed, and we're also a local nonprofit as well. So we're a little unique in that all NEPs or National Estuary Programs are not nonprofits, but we are set up as so because we want to take care of the backyard for our communities.
I love that. And the way you're doing that is a lot of hard work, but also a lot of fun involved. You have a really fun event coming up. Like I mentioned before, a grateful celebration. So I'm trying to make sure I say that right. It can get a little tricky on the tongue.
A little tongue tie.
It can be. But tell us about this event. You've had it going on now for a while.
So this is kind of our culmination event for the center turned 30 this year. So we've been working for 30 years and we're making some progress, but there's work to be done. And one of the things is we can't do it alone. So we wanted to celebrate those 30 years and welcome the community out to celebrate that. Our birthday technically was in July, but it's a little hard to do things in the middle of summer around here. So we wanted to hold a fall festival to celebrate that and recognize the community, our volunteers, business partners, organizations that we work with, and things like that.
Very cool. Yeah, belated birthdays, everyone always likes that. It's like you get to celebrate twice. So this event is going to have a lot of music, a lot of good food, a lot of good people. What can people expect when they go?
So there's a lot of fun set up for the day. It's 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. on Saturday, November 2nd. And we've got 3 bands playing through the day. So the listening booth has a duo that's going to play early in the morning. Nice. And then they're donating to provide sound for the other bands for the day, which is a big thank you to them.
Yeah.
And we've got Dragonfly Trinity, a little 3-piece playing sort of some bluegrass, kind of folk style music. And then Homestead Bluegrass will be playing in the afternoon for us. So 3 bands through the day. We also have a shucking contest. So
nice.
Local Inland Bay oysters from Nancy James Oysters out there, one of the oyster farmers in our bays. They're going to donate oysters so that we can have a little shucking contest. And we've got ice cream coming from Agape. They're going to release horseshoe crab tracks.
That's funny.
Signature brand new ice cream.
Love that.
So inspired by the bays, food trucks, and then we have some artisans as well. So we'll have, think of some different types of pottery. We have a local group that does like handmade bags and things like handbags and things. That's really fun. We'll have a soap maker coming in, a variety of things like that. And then a big highlight is the kids' games that we'll have in the day. We'll have think of old school carnival style. We'll have pin the tail on the horseshoe crab, things like that.
Oh, that's cute.
And it's a free event as well. So we encourage folks to come out and enjoy a day with us out under the pines at Camp Arrowhead.
Yeah, definitely. I think that sounds so cool and such a family-friendly event. But of course, the Center for the Inland Bays too, you want to celebrate the public, all that you do. But you also have an awards ceremony of sorts going on, a few different awards. Tell us about what you're doing to honor some of the people with the center.
Absolutely. So the center can't do it alone. Yeah. We rely on about 200 volunteers that help us out throughout the year.
Wow.
And we're also partners. We work with a variety of partner agencies, businesses, other nonprofits, communities. So we have our Friends of the Bays Awards, which are going to be, we have a partner, an organization, and then also a Volunteer of the Year that comes into that. And new this year, we also, I believe, have a youth category, working with some schools and different things like that.
That's great.
So that's brand new. And then think of old school, high school, where you have superlatives in your yearbook.
Oh, yeah.
So we do our volunteer recognition like that. Might be the most horseshoe crabs counted, things like that. That's to cute. Celebrate these folks that give a whole bunch of time. Getting up at 2 in the morning to count horseshoe crabs is a commitment. Going out in the water when it's cold and freezing to count fish and survey them with us. There's a lot of hard work that goes in, and we want to recognize those folks.
That's really cool. Well, we should really be throwing the party for you guys. I mean, you do all this hard work, but thanks for throwing the party for us and letting all of us get to go too. So if you could just remind us the day and times people can mark it on their calendar.
Absolutely. It's Saturday, November 2nd. The time is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's at Camp Arrowhead. And one item to note is There is limited parking there, so we're going to have a shuttle service running from Love Creek Elementary School as well. So if you want to carpool, we encourage that, or park at the school, and Jolly Charlie will give you a nice little drive over.
Nice.
And we'll have all kinds of other fun going on out there, so you can make a day of it and bring some friends.
Sounds good. And if you're confused like me, yes, November is this weekend. When I was first talking to him, I'm like, so November, next weekend? No, it is this Saturday. So mark your calendar, bring the kids, and again, it's free, so that would be great. But Mark, thank you for everything you do for our bays, for our wetlands, but also for being here today.
Thank you so much for having us,
Of course.
and we hope to see you this weekend, maybe.
Yes, yeah, it sounds like a really fun event. So I know a lot of you guys will be there. Get ready to go, but also get ready for more Coast Life. We have some Halloween safety we have to talk about when we get back.
Don't forget, for even more Coast Life, follow us on our social media pages. Not only can you rewatch segments or see things that maybe you missed, you'll find extended interviews, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes looks of Coast Life. So don't forget to like and follow us on social media for even more.
The race to the top 50 sales drive continues at Preston Ford. We have nearly 1,000 new Fords on the lot, all priced to sell fast. We have nearly 400 SUVs on the lot and many opportunities to save. Get $9,000 off MSRP on select 2024 Ford Edge models. Check out the entire selection at PrestonFord.com. Purchase a Ford online and we'll deliver it to your driveway. But hurry in as the inventory moves fast during our race to the top 50 in the nation. And remember, cars cost less in Preston.
We know you have better things to do with your time than cleaning. At Heather's Homeworks, we invest in giving you back your time, taking the stress off of your shoulders. For over 20 years, we provided excellent housekeeping services throughout Sussex County. Our team of professionally trained cleaners use non-toxic, all-purpose cleaning solutions to protect your pets, loved ones, and all surfaces in your home to ensure you're cared for and have peace of mind. Visit heathershomeworks.com or call today.
We can do it!
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, like myself in tile, to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs, and that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
I was able to look at everything that I was looking for my new kitchen, including the backsplash and the countertop and the sinks all in one place.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Spark your senses at the Spice and Tea Exchange in Rehoboth Beach. Food lovers, home chefs, and tea enthusiasts rejoice. Smell and sample your way through hundreds of exotic spices and teas from around the world. Our signature blends and rubs are hand-mixed daily to ensure the highest quality and freshness. Talk to our tea experts and learn the wellness benefits of drinking fresh, loose-leaf premium teas. Find a tasteful gift for that special someone or join us for an in-store cooking demo. Find your way to flavor at the Spice and Tea Exchange on the Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. Sister locations in Annapolis, Maryland, and Old Town Alexandria, Virginia.
Are you feeling stuck and unable to live your life because of a tick-borne illness? Acupuncture is a holistic approach that can help minimize the long-term effects of tick-borne diseases such as alpha-gal.
I struggled with alpha-gal for years, and then I started a customized treatment plan at Delmarva Acupuncture, and Dr. Ashley really helped with my anxiety around food.
Acupuncture can help minimize the long-term effects of many tick-borne diseases.
To learn more about Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
The Down and Distance Football Show is back. Watch previews of our games of the night and games all across Delmarva, along with our DSN, Bayside, and Henlopen Power Rankings. Plus, Delmarva players to watch, top plays of the week, and exclusive interviews with players and coaches. Tune in every Friday night before the Scoops and Scores pregame show, only on the Delmarva Sports Network and the DSN app. Down and Distance, only on DSN and the DSN app.
Well, we know that Halloween is almost here. It's really all we can talk about.
Yes, it is.
Because we're so excited. But of course, maybe some parents, you have some concerns when it comes to Halloween safety. Especially this time of year, we hear a lot of things in the news. Maybe some are myths, some are rumors, some are real concerns. So to break it all down for you, give everyone some peace of mind, we have Chief Tim Robinson with the Ocean Pines Police Department. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it's great to be here on this show today.
Thank you. Yeah. Your first time here.
Yes.
How are you liking the couch?
I love the curvy couch here.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
we're fans.
After all my segments I did on on Delmarva Life, it's nice to break into Coast Life now.
This might be a familiar face to some of our viewers.
Yes, definitely. You've been on Delmarva Life before, our sister station, but you're preparing for Halloween.
Yes.
So in Ocean Pines and other places you've worked, I know you mentioned you worked in Wycomico County. What have been some of your main concerns when it comes to Halloween?
Well, the biggest concern we have for Halloween is when a lot of little kids are out there,
Yeah.
and that's for the motorists. And in my 30 years experience, really the only serious or significant incidents we've had is, maybe a pedestrian being struck or a car accident, or even somebody's been behind the wheel who's had too much to drink and they're driving. But we can take steps to, make it a more safe evening. And we tell the parents that when they're out trick-or-treating to make sure that, the kids are wearing comfortable costumes that fit well, bringing a light or a glow stick to make sure that they are in a group. Don't let them go out by themselves. Make sure they're in a group with some other kids, maybe even have an older kid supervising, if not a parent.
Yes.
Only go to homes where the lights are on. Never go into a house if you don't know the folks.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yes,
That makes a lot
never
of
go in a
sense.
house if somebody's like, come on in for a second. Never go or accept a ride from anybody. And also when the kids get home, have the parents look at the candy. And there's always that myth about razor blades in the candy, and in 30 years I've never ever seen that. But it makes the parents feel better to go and inspect the candy, make sure everything is closed, everything is factory sealed.
That makes sense. It might just be good to know too, if someone maybe gave like a homemade thing, you might not want it, or allergies for your kids. Open candy just in general. I mean, even if you buy it from the store.
There's always those black and orange wrapped ones that you never know where they came from.
Exactly. Somebody just
That's a tough thing with homemade desserts being given out, especially if you don't know the folks that are giving them out.
True.
Exactly. That's a very good point. So I know pedestrian safety, that's a big one. What about like something funny? I know, growing up, you might not want your parent to mess with your costume, but like reflective patches,
reflective strips, anything to help the little kids that be seen better when they're out, especially at night.
Making sure the costume fits right is a
Make
good
sure
one,
the
because
costume
that trip
fits,
hazard.
that's not too big and they don't trip and they fall on their face or get hurt.
I was
Like
going
you're
to
talking
ask.
from experience, it sounds like.
So just a little.
I was going to ask, like, then why should it fit well in case you have to run away really fast? But yeah,
It's not even in case you have to run. It's just you're excited for Halloween night, and then
And also for motorists to be aware that kids all of a sudden might dart out in front of you.
Yeah,
Go
very good
slow.
point. Especially if they're in like a dark costume, something like that. Good to know. What about something like home break-ins? Do you see any rise in that around Halloween?
No, because there's so many people out.
Okay.
And we don't. Most times we actually see a lot of home break-ins. It's actually surprising when they occur. They actually occur during the daytime when most people are at work.
Oh, good to know. Okay, perfect. Now we're talking tomorrow actually on Coast Life about trunk or treat versus trick or treating. But I wanted to get your take on that. Do you think are you a fan of trunk or treats? I guess.
Well, I can tell you from our experience in Ocean Pines, we don't do a lot of trick or treating. Matter of fact, there really isn't any trick or treating in Ocean Pines, and we do a lot of alternative events. Matter of fact, this past weekend was Ocean Pines' huge festival weekend for Halloween, where they had an incredible 2-night haunted house at the Parks and Recs building. And if you did not go, you really missed out. It was a very reasonably priced event. And I walked through there myself. Of course, I didn't go through the real event. I walked through when the lights were on because I scare easy. But they really outdid themselves. When I was impressed with just not only how big it was, just how in depth their haunted house was, and the amount of work and preparation, and the amount of volunteers that they have. And then on Saturday they had the fall festival at White Horse Park, and we had a costume contest for all different age groups, all the way up from infants up to adults, and I ended up being a judge, which was a lot of fun.
A lot of pressure being a judge.
A lot of pressure. So there's a lot of pressure on me because some of these kids were wearing really adorable costumes, and I saw some great costumes, and we had some spirited debate over who should be selected and who comes in first place, second place, or third place. But some of these costumes were incredible, and some of these kids were just adorable. You can see how excited they got, and you can see especially some of how the parents, especially with the infants dressed up. So,
the parents use their passions.
Right, exactly.
We saw some parents who really went to a lot of length to dress their infants up. That was really something. There was one that I really enjoyed. They got first place as for the infant. They had the little infant dressed up as a scarecrow, and they were pulling him in a wagon with a couple other stuffed animals, and it was almost hard to tell which one was the stuffed animal, which one was the infant. It was really, really good.
I love this. So you just let us know too. I mean, these other alternative things are fun.
Yes.
They're maybe safer if you're concerned. You know, maybe think of something else that you can.
And there's a
take your
lot.
family
And
to.
there's a lot of trunk or treat events all over the area. And also, there's a big thing too. Is you might want to check. Parents want to check with their areas whether or not trick or treating is permitted, what nights they're doing it, and what the hours are, because different communities have different policies on trick or treating.
That's true.
All good points. You know, you brought up a lot of stuff we haven't even thought about. I didn't even think about if a stranger invites you in, don't go. So thank you for you know, naming all of these safety tips. But in case you guys didn't know, it is National First Responders Day.
Yay.
And you are a first responder. So we just want to say thank you so much for everything you do. And
Well, thank you. It's been a wonderful career, and I can't
good.
imagine myself doing anything else.
What's been your favorite part?
All right.
Put you on the spot.
The first thing that came to mind is I asked my wife out for our first date when I was in uniform, when I was a seasonal police officer in Rehoboth Beach.
Aww.
So, but other than that, you know, I've had a wonderful career. I can't imagine doing anything else, serving my community. I spent the majority of my career with the Wicomico County Sheriff's Office, where I worked with some incredible people, and I retired from there last year when I had the opportunity to become the police chief in Ocean Pines, which I can't believe my good fortune to be in a wonderful community that Ocean Pines is. Ocean Pines is really a special place, and people are really discovering Ocean Pines, what a wonderful community it is with all the amenities, and I think it's one of the best places in Worcester County, to be honest, if not the whole state.
We can tell you're very passionate about this. So Wicomico County and Ocean Pines are very lucky to have you.
It's been a great career, and I recommend anybody who wants to get into law enforcement to check it out.
Good. All good points. Well, I'm honored to have you, Chief Robinson. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me today.
Of course, yes.
I
And
hope to be
parents,
back.
yes. Oh, please come back anytime. Parents, don't forget what he said. He had a lot of good points today. But coming up, we have some good jokes.
That's right.
And we might tell some of them to Chief Robinson, so you'll want to hear what we say coming up.
Ocular migraine is a type of migraine that affects your vision. It may not include a headache, but always has an area of vision loss, seen as a bright spot, a hole, a crescent of flashing light, or zigzags. Just rest until it passes. Don't drive, even if you're trying to get home to rest. It's best to pull over. See your eye doctor for any changes in your vision. But for sudden vision loss with other symptoms, you should be seen right away.
For more about Chesapeake Eye, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, mold spores, pollen, and dirt are being sucked into your air ducts. Get cleaner air and system efficiency now with Stanley Steamer. For over 75 years, we've continually engineered our equipment and processes to deep clean your entire home. Your air ducts aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
Hey Mildred, you ready for our weekly twister match? Help! 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 Linda, I've slipped and I can't get up. Mercy, Mildred. Swirl me in bubbles and call me a jacuzzi. I told you should have called Peninsula Bath.
At Peninsula Bath, your safety is our #1 priority because we believe in baths without bruises and showers without surprises.
I'm no longer scared to use my shower. Thank you, Peninsula Bath.
Peninsula Bath, ready when you are.
Fall into planning at Bellaterra Garden Center. Autumn is the perfect time of year for planting. Come check out our locally sourced collection of trees and shrubs of all shapes and sizes. Did you know that Bellaterra is open 7 days a week? Join our garden club for big savings and first access to all sale promotions. Stocked with the smallest succulents to the tallest of trees, Bellaterra Garden Center is here for all your gardening needs. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Located right off Route 16 in Ellendale.
Rules don't apply when it comes to designing your home or business's interior. At Mood Design Studio, we break away from typical design norms to craft one-of-a-kind spaces that belong on the pages of a magazine. Choose from a bold selection of exclusive wallpaper designs and fabrics, plus a curated selection of furniture, making any room a showstopper. Need guidance? We'll assist you in planning your space's scope and budget for a streamlined, stress-free experience. For a complimentary consultation, visit Mood Design Studio in Lewis today.
18 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by Kids Catch.
We love our bad jokes, our dad jokes. It's a good way to keep the silliness, get your eyes rolling.
I think so. You know, and you think jokes and Halloween normally, or not so much?
Well, it is usually trick or treat. I feel like jokes are kind of a category of trick.
Good point. I do like a good trick, not a mean trick.
I'm with you on that.
I like a tasteful, funny trick.
Yes, and you know where this is going. It's going to our joke jar, which of course is thanks to our friends at Kids Catch, which, you know, we still have had gorgeous weather for outdoor games, but we are coming up on some of that chillier weather. We've been seeing those chilly mornings, so if you want some good board games, especially for the holiday season, winter's coming up, make sure you check them out because you're going to find some game that it's going to be your new favorite.
Get a family game for Thanksgiving.
So fun.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
Cool.
So we bring the little competitive spirit and also just the warm fuzzy, like you're gathered round as a family playing games.
Yes, exactly. It's called Kids Catch, but it's for everybody.
It is for everybody. But on that note, we just had Sea Witch Festival over the weekend, so I got on sort of a theme with our jokes for the joke jar. It is a witch-themed joke jar.
Fun.
So hopefully you'll have some fun with some of these jokes. I know we did, some of our guests did as well, so let's take a look.
What happened to the badly behaved witch at school?
I have no idea.
I don't know. What happened?
She was expelled.
Oh.
What did the witch do when her broomstick broke down?
Hitch a ride?
She witch hiked. Very close. That was good. Why don't witches wear flat caps?
Why?
There's no point. You know, like their pointy hats.
Okay, that was pretty good. That was much better.
What do you call two witches at a haunted house?
I have no idea.
Broommates.
Okay, that's getting cute.
How do witches play loud music?
On their broom box.
Yes, you got it!
They're pretty bad, but they're also pretty good.
I also like when sometimes people do get the joke.
Yes.
And they answer it. Sometimes it's a little bit of a hurt, but then other times you're like, oh.
But it's also just really exciting.
Yeah.
I get excited when they guess it right.
Yeah, I get excited for them.
But I do have some jokes for you to see if you can get a couple of these.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. What does a witch like to read in the newspaper?
Ooh, articles, stories, brooms. I don't know.
Her horoscope.
Oh,
cute. Okay. Okay. This is a good one.
Okay.
What do you learn at witch school?
Witchcraft?
That is an answer, yes, but spelling is what we were looking for.
I'm trying to think of like any witch movie I've seen. Okay.
Let's see. What do witches put on their bagels?
Everything bagel. Seasoning, cream cheese, butter, cream cheese?
Close.
Cream cheese. Which, I don't know.
Scream cheese.
Oh, shoot.
That's right. You're always right there.
Can't finish it though.
It's always right on the tip of your tongue with these jokes.
Those were good though.
Yeah, I thought those were fun.
They made me think.
It always reminds me of like other games too, where you fill in the words and then you can find those at Kids Catch as well.
Oh, that's very true.
That's right.
Very good point, Leah.
That's right. So that's our joke jar.
Yes.
Hope you had some fun with it.
We had some fun.
Well, we've got some more fun. We're doing a little painting. We're getting in touch with our artistic side when Coast Life gets back.
We love having fun and hanging out with you on Coast Life. But if you ever want to take a peek behind the scenes, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and more. You can also catch up with full episodes at coastlife.com. You can do all that right now while we take a quick break, but there's more Coast Life coming up.
These battles are gonna blow the roof off this place. It was a couple of moments where I thought I caught the gangster Holy Ghost.
Why don't you ask the gangster Holy Ghost to speak through you?
He giving me mixed signals.
The Voice, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
They cast a spell to get pregnant together. We're dealing with witches, and their bodies are now all cursed and getting sicker by the minute.
It is a once-in-a-lifetime case.
Brilliant Minds, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
As a math teacher, Matt Meyer knows that Delaware's tax system isn't adding up. So he has a plan to fix it. Give middle-class families a tax cut, invest in schools, and lower costs. But Mike Ramone's plan gives tax breaks to the ultra-rich, which could cut education by nearly $175 million. Matt Meyer knows these numbers don't add up. He'll make state taxes fair so families can get ahead. Vote Matt Meyer for governor.
We're open and we're celebrating. All gone coastal. It's My Style and Furniture and More locations are celebrating the grand opening of our new Millsboro location. Come get huge savings store-wide. Get 2 Adirondack chairs and a side table, $2.99 for the complete 3-piece set. Your choice sofa and love seat or power reclining sofa, only $9.99. Or design your own dream piece and save 25% off during our Millsboro grand opening at All Furniture and More gone coastal and It's My Style locations.
Do you feel like good customer service is a thing of the past? Achieving a top-notch lawn and healthy plants can be stress-free when it's with a company you can trust. I'm Richie with AC Plant and Turf, where we make it easy. When you call us, you'll speak directly to someone who cares about your needs. Timely service is our priority. Our experienced team is committed to resolving your questions or concerns quickly. Experience the simplicity and convenience of our service. Don't wait. Take the first step towards a beautiful lawn and landscape and call AC Plant and Turf today.
We believe that a great community health system reflects the community it serves. And like Sussex County itself, we've been on an exciting journey of growth and transformation, evolving from a trusted community hospital to the region's premier healthcare provider and Sussex County's most comprehensive health system. We're proud to be on this journey together, miles ahead, but by your side the entire way, because Sussex County is our specialty.
Well, Coast Life, if you remember, some point last week, we did a little pumpkin painting. We were pretty excited about. Pfeiffer's gave us those gorgeous pumpkins.
They're so nice.
And then we actually painted on them, and we were a little disappointed in the results. You know, it wasn't our best work.
It was okay.
It was okay.
But I don't think I was prepared.
Yeah.
I didn't know as much about pumpkin painting as I maybe hoped.
I think we all, you know, it seems straightforward until you actually sit down to paint the pumpkins.
It's a tough canvas.
But luckily, we know a local artist who has taught us a couple of different times how to work us and walk us through a particular painting.
Yes.
So we've got Ashley joining us back on the Coast Life couch, walking us through a new pumpkin painting. So we're actually painting a picture of pumpkins this time.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
We love having you. You're so fun.
I'm excited to be here and teach you pumpkins.
Yes, exactly. We are set up. You always pick out the cutest stuff. We have our colors, all that good stuff. So I'm excited to see. And you got us these black canvases. It's going to be good.
All right, so where do we start?
All right. Well, first things first. These are 10 by 20s canvases. You can get them at any craft store or online.
Perfect.
And this is actually, I pre-paint it. This is black chalk paint, and it helps the paint dry faster. So it's really good to do that. So first things first is that I love the big brushes. So you guys all have the big brushes. So first thing is you want to get your colors. Now, a lot of people are doing like blue pumpkins now and white pumpkins, you know, the gourd type pumpkins. So I figured if we do some teal pumpkin, a regular pumpkin, and blue, it'll look very festive.
Yeah. I love that.
You guys ready?
We're ready. Let's dive in.
All right. So we're going to first go into the orange.
Okay.
You guys ready? So get a bit of orange onto your brush.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so on the bottom, we're first going to do the first color. So you're going to draw an oval on the bottom towards like the right side, but not completely all the way over to the right.
Okay.
So we're going to go a big oval on the bottom.
First. Okay.
There you go. All right, so we're going to set up the outlines before we go and we paint them.
Okay, love that.
Good. You got it, Paige?
Think so.
All right, so then we're going to do 2 crescent moons on the side. So you do like a little bit of a curve, and you do a crescent moon on the left, and then a crescent moon on the right.
Okay, should we color it in yet or no?
We could, what we'll do is we'll like stack them on top with the colors so that we get them like what our view of our painting's gonna be.
Okay.
And then we can go and paint them. And if you want more ridges of your pumpkins, you can like add a line here coming off the side.
Okay.
So then when you guys are done with that, we're just gonna put this, we're gonna use this paintbrush again to fill it in. Okay. We're just gonna put it like to the side.
Okay.
So then we're gonna do, I was thinking we could do white and then teal.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So we're gonna go into the white. So we're doing the same thing, except we're gonna do it above this pumpkin.
Okay.
So we're gonna do another oval. All right, and then we do it again. So we go half moon, and if you glab it on like I just did, you can just smooth it into the painting.
Perfect.
There you go. And another half moon. You can make the circle a little bigger. And then when you're done with that, we go to the next one, which is gonna be blue. So I gave you guys light blue or teal. And then you do the 2 crescents. And see how like it starts to flow after you guys like start it? And don't worry if you have like a gap in between your pumpkins, because what happens is that when you start to paint it, you can fill those in. So it doesn't look like the pumpkins are kind of floating.
So we're gonna get ready to fill in all these pumpkins and we're gonna take a quick break, but we're gonna kind of wrap these paintings up and see how we do when we get back.
Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. It's time to huddle up and talk football.
We're talking touchdowns, tackles, and everything in between. From game-changing plays to the latest news around the league.
We'll take a deep dive into all of the plays that made a difference.
We'll see you in the end zone.
Catch the End Zone, Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. Sponsored by Tyndall's Casual Furniture.
Prince George's County politician Angela Alsobrooks may live near D.C., but she'd bring tons of baggage. Nearly 2 decades of illegal tax breaks, $59,000 in back taxes, and thousands in unpaid bills. A sweetheart tax deal. Typical politician. Slumlord Alsobrooks? Records show she was caught operating an illegal rental property. With so much baggage, how can we trust Alsobrooks to represent us? Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Has your kitchen remodel been on the back burner?
Move it forward now and take advantage of our biggest kitchen sale of the year.
Paul Davis can restyle your kitchen for half the cost of a traditional kitchen remodel. Get all new doors, drawers, and hardware without any major demolition. And the best part is, it's done in as little as 3 days.
We'll bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow and give you an estimate that day.
Call now to get $1,500 off, plus free hardware and no payments, no interest for 12 months. Call Paul Davis.
The restoration and remodeling experts.
Feel the magic of the season as you wander your way through an immersive winter wonderland at Ocean City, Maryland's Winterfest of Lights. Let imagination flourish at Northside Park with thousands of twinkling lights and larger-than-life animated Christmas scenes. Sip hot chocolate, snap a photo with Santa, and enjoy the array of holiday exhibits under the illuminating holiday lights. Find your magic at Winterfest of Lights, an Ocean City, Maryland family tradition. Open November 21st through December 31st. Get tickets at OCOcean.com or Northside Park.
Well, during the break, we wrapped up filling in our pumpkins. I think they are looking gorgeous so far.
Yeah,
look at that. That's why some Paige Van Gogh Marley over here.
Thank you. They definitely hype me up.
I think
That's really
this is-
nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is a stunning work of art right there.
Look at that pumpkin on the bottom.
Oh, thank you.
I know.
Well, you gave me the idea of adding a little bit of like yellow apricot to add depth, so that's why we work with Ashley.
That's right. Yes, Ashley didn't go anywhere because we're not totally done our painting. We still need to add a couple of finishing touches. So what's next?
All right, so we need like a little curly cue coming off of the stem.
Okay.
That's like, so we're doing the finishing. We'll do a little flower on the side.
Okay.
So let's start with the white.
Okay.
Get it onto the tip of your brush, and then just like it sounds, you're just gonna kind of get a point of your stem and just go like a little curly cue off of it.
Alrighty.
And if you want to see it really good, you can kind of bring it up into the other pumpkin, and don't worry. If you drag in some of the color, we want that because it looks nice.
Okay, good idea.
Yeah, so because you'll have like a spot on your canvas, you're like, why is that empty in that spot? And you can just do a little curly cue.
So cute.
There you go. All right, so we're gonna get another brush, and we're gonna start to go into the brown.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna go into the brown. Now we're gonna start to make a sunflower.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
cute.
And sunflowers they'll put like in pumpkins and stuff like that. Like the display.
Like that.
over here.
Just like that one.
Just like that. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna make a kind of a half moon go in the opposite direction, like a half circle onto the side. So we're gonna make it go to the left. So I'm gonna go kind of a backwards C.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put a line right through it. So you're gonna get another paintbrush.
Okay.
Okay, ready? We're gonna go yellow.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go in, same brush, into like the orange, the light orange, which is called apricot. And then this is the best part, guys. You go, swoop.
That's
You
fun.
ready?
Yes.
Ready? Go, all over. Swoop. And this really pretty one's like a metallic gold that you can get anywhere. So we're gonna do a little bit of, this is fun. So you just put gold wherever, and when it dries, it's gonna be like super. So you can put it in the stem.
Ta-da! My mom's gonna love it.
So cute. So good job, guys.
Ashley?
Yeah. Thanks for having me today.
Of course, yes. So this is just so much fun. So make sure if you're planning maybe a little fall get together with your girls, make sure you give Ashley a call. She'll make sure you walk away with something that you really, really love.
That you want to put up in your house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Ashley, thank you again.
Thank you.
And we had so much fun with you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. But we do have a little bit more Coast Life to get to. That's on the way.
Every visit is an adventure at Browse About Books in Rehoboth Beach. Search our hand-picked book collection and find something in every genre. From bestsellers to some of our staff picks, you'll uncover a new adventure every time. After you've browsed our extensive book selection, explore our gift shop, where you'll find an exciting array of toys, gifts, Rehoboth-themed items, and home decor. Browse About Books on Rehoboth Avenue, a fun, friendly place to shop for books and so much more.
Back pain? Trouble sleeping? Slowing down? Reduce stress by 22% with hydrotherapy, lessening pain and improving sleep. At Delaware Hot Tub Company, we have saltwater hot tubs to give you these relaxing health benefits. A simpler, cleaner way to relax using fewer chemicals and easier to maintain too. Why stress when you can relax? Hot tubs, hotter prices at Delaware Hot Tub Company in Millsboro and Lewis. Ask about 0% financing.
For 40 years, Peninsula Home Care has been a trusted partner providing quality care for our community family. Thanks to our relationship with Tidal Health, we can now do that better than ever, bringing you the same patient care that has served Delmarva now as Tidal Health Home Care. We now offer our services within the trusted team of Tidal Health. With a focus on community and accessibility, our staff are committed to service excellence. We're here to support you just as we always have.
We are Tidal Health Home Care, where quality, family, and community come together.
Unwind, work off stress, and be comfortably true to who you are with Jab and Flow. We're dedicated to creating a balance of physical and mental wellness for your best life. You don't have to get in the ring, be a hardcore yogi, or train like a pro athlete to become part of our community. We teach boxing fundamentals with a fun variety of yoga, Pilates, and fitness classes for drop-ins and members of all levels. On Route 1 between Rehoboth and Dewey with plenty of free parking.
Windsor Teak of Falmouth Island offers over 100 different teak tables, over 24 different extension tables featuring self-storing leaves. They come in 2 different heights, dining and counter, plus 2 different widths and 2 different shapes, oval and rectangular. Extension tables start at 66 inches long and go up to 138 inches long and can seat from 6 to 16 people. Plus, over 36 different folding tables. Our drop leaf folding tables can be used with 1 or 2 leaves up. When both leaves are folded down, you can store the tables in just 7 inches of space. The drop leaf tables come in 3 different heights, dining, counter, and bar. And come in 4 different shapes, oval, round, rectangular, and square. Don't forget to check out the non-folding tables, coffee and side tables, and buffet tables. Drop by our showroom and smell the teak. Or visit our website at windsorteakfurniture.com. And remember, teak lasts a lifetime.
All right, another fun day together. We got to let you go, but first we want to prepare you for tomorrow because Leah is another great debate is coming up tomorrow.
That's right, and it's one that we've been thematic all month long for Halloween-themed great debates. This is the big one: trick or treat versus trunk or treat.
Which one do you like? Which one do you prefer? Where have you had most fun? We want to hear from you. It's all so many options. So go to coastlife.com/vote. Vote on our Instagram or Facebook. We want to hear from you before tomorrow. We'll get more into it tomorrow, but we want you to start voting now.
We'll talk it all out tomorrow, but for now, start getting those ideas ready. Tell us why. We love to read the comments and the back and forth, and we love to have that relationship with you as well. So it's very fun. Trick-or-treating looks a lot different these days than it did when I was a kid. So it's very interesting to hear from from like my peers that have kids, and from my peers that don't, and I think older generations, younger generations. It's all very interesting.
It is. It is interesting. And speaking trick-or-treating, I've like kind of surprised a few people. I think I asked somebody last week, I'm like, oh, are people trick-or-treating this weekend? And they were like, no, because it's not Halloween, duh. But I remember growing up that we didn't always trick-or-treat on Halloween. It depended on your neighborhood and kind of what everyone decided and like which day maybe was best. So I don't know if that's how it's done here, but I know in some places in Maryland, it's not always on Halloween.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, it was always like Halloween night was the night that you went trick-or-treating in your neighborhood. I mean, I don't know. And again, that might have varied neighborhood to neighborhood, but in mine,
interesting.
Halloween night, whether it was a Tuesday or a Friday, didn't matter. You were getting your little butt out there and you were getting candy.
I love it. I don't know who decided.
School be darned.
Right? Yeah, well, maybe that was it. Maybe it was like if it was close enough to a Friday, we trick-or-treated on Fridays. I don't know.
It makes sense. I'm not anti-blanket Friday trick-or-treating.
Yeah. I don't know if it was my HOA or my town council, or I don't even know if I have a town council growing up.
We don't know.
I wasn't involved. Wasn't involved in all that, but I just know it was different, so.
Yes, but we got all that fun for you tomorrow. For now, our friends at Coast TV News at 5 are going to take it away. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.